Namaskara, my dear ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing today? Welcome to a presentation on doHow. What is doHow? It is the answer to the question, how do we go about accomplishing an outcome, such as folding our socks for storage. We use the Ranger roll at home, a method I learned from my host in Germany during the 1990s. How is your way of folding and storing your socks? doHow is the only success differentiator, be it personal, professional, or organizational outcomes. Speaking of organizational outcomes, the doHow of achieving business results is simple. Step 1 is establishing a common understanding of ideal to reality gap. 2 is taking a daily pledge to the purpose and rules of the game. 3 is conducting daily adherence audit with containment and correction. And 4 is delivering weekly training, retraining, and continual improvement before step 1 again. It is that simple. It is just the good and the bad doHow that results in either success or failure. Let me explain. Let's start with step 1, common understanding. A good doHow would be evolving a common understanding of reality, ideal state, gap to bridge, and next immediate focus areas to everyone's delight, quickly, even for complex topics. A bad one, individually doing one's part by allowing misunderstandings and misinterpretations to get resolved by themselves without discussing the elephants in the room. How good or bad is your doHow for establishing the common understanding? Let us look at step 2, the daily pledge. A good doHow would be daily stand-up meetings with a pledge to the purpose and the rules of the game. Provide plan actual updates, discuss learning, and decide immediate actions for roadblocks. A bad one, rare emotionally charged meetings with partial participants focusing on irrelevant details for want of data and without clear actions, responsibilities, and timelines. How good or bad is your doHow of the daily pledge? A good doHow of audit, containment, and correction, the step 3, would be daily audits of systems, processes, and standards along with the team for finding weak links and correcting them for sustainable improving performance. A bad one, rare superficial audits based on triggers external to the team using subjective or inconsistent evaluation criteria without any effective correction or containment. How good or bad is your doHow of daily audit, containment, and correction? Finally, continual learning. A good doHow would be weekly doHow training, retraining for the effective and efficient execution as well as continual development based on learnings identified and state-of-the-art practices. A bad one, sporadic or inconsistent general training for overall employee development, rarely assessing the effectiveness or providing ongoing support for doHow development. How good or bad is your doHow of continual learning? Why do we see such a huge variation between success and failure when we look around? In our analysis, it is because of our mindset and culture. Let me explain. In our understanding, our brain captures all our experiences and their emotions as memories. Some nice, some neutral, and some ugly. Based on these memories, our brain develops a unique framework or mindset as usually known. Mindset is the source of the real-time predictions done by our subconscious mind about 500 milliseconds in advance for preparing our response. while our conscious mind comes to know only 200 milliseconds before the response. Our mindset, which drives these predictions, defines the way we are perceiving the reality, enables thinking, stimulates deciding, and drives acting or responding, always in relation to the predictions, which come from our subconscious mind. Culture, on the other hand, is collective mindset. For example, teams comprising of people with unique mindsets. Even teams collectively develop a unique framework or mindset which leads to collective predictions and behaviors. Discussions and debates on relevant topics in an environment conducive for free thinking creates emotional experiences for changing individual mindset and team culture. Then, this seems easy, doesn't it? In a way, you are right. It is easy, but at the same time, difficult, since overwriting the strong old memories with new insights takes practice and time. Let me explain with the colors. Let us imagine the memories in the top rectangle is of a person or a team from a different domain. The one in the middle from a similar domain, and the one in the bottom from the same domain. Let us say we want to change their mindset and culture using our Socratic doHow methodology for execution excellence. The effort needed for changing the mindset and culture in the same domain is higher than a different domain, since the unlearning of similar but ineffective and inefficient practices is necessary here. I want to conclude by reiterating that the doHow for achieving business results is simple. The key is to implement the good doHow for all these 4 steps, using many appropriate tools, some available and some discovered or invented by us. I consider these as business medicines and us as business general practitioners. We primarily help individuals become exceptional leaders and companies become world-class organizations. Please use the links in the description and get in touch with us. Of course, you can like, comment and share with your network. Thanks a lot for watching and looking forward to seeing you soon.